Investing in the US stock market can give you access to some of the world's most popular and profitable companies like Apple, Amazon, Google, Tesla, and Nvidia, and so on. Did you know that Canada, Japan, and UK are the top countries holding the most US securities in the range of $2 trillion to $3 trillion. In this video, I'm going to share with you the best way I know to get US dollars from your local currency so that you can trade US stocks as a non-US resident. Well, let's first identify the problem. A lot of stockbrokers in many countries, they can say that give me your local currency. You can exchange into US dollars on my platform so you can trade or invest into US stocks. But the problem is a lot of those stockbrokers, they charge you a hidden fee. Okay, they call that a spread on top of your exchange rate. So let's say you have an exchange rate, they're gonna put a certain amount of percentage on top of that exchange rate, so you get a worse exchange rate, and that's how they make money off of you. Okay, so as an example, Wealthsimple Trade, Quest Trade in Canada, where I come from, these two are some of the top stock brokers. Both of them, they charge 1.5% fee on top of your currency conversion. Okay, again, that's how they make money out of you. Now, the more money you exchange, the more fee they're going to collect, because it's 1.5%. That's a lot. Imagine you're converting 10,000 US dollar worth of currency. What about 100,000 worth of currency? Okay, that's going to be a lot of fee. It's going to be hundreds of dollars they're charging per conversion. Okay, and the major banks, for example, in Canada, they're not doing any better than those smaller brokers. Okay, major banks usually charge in a range of 1.5% to 2.5% fee. Okay, on the exchange rate. So this is for Canada. I'm sure for most of the other countries, they do the same thing. Okay, that's how they get you on the exchange rate. But there is a very popular method in Canada that's gonna somewhat bypass this spread. So this method is called Norbert's Gambit. Norbert's Gambit. But this only works in Canada, because to make this work, you're going to have to find a stock that's dual listed. It's going to be listed on the Canadian stock market and at the same time be listing on the US stock market. So pretty much you buy the Canadian version of the stock, or in this case it's an ETF, okay, it's DLR. You pay your $6.99 whatever commission, because this example is for Quest Trade. Okay, they charge you $7 commission per trade. You're going to call your stockbroker to say, hey, convert my DLR from my Canadian account to my US account. So they're going to convert it to your DLR listed in US, and then you can sell that DLR in the US and you get your US dollars. Sure, you're gonna bypass the major pain that you get from going with the traditional way, which is the spread. You do not pay the spread through this way, but the problem is first of all, you do have to pay commission fees. Secondly, you have to wait. That's the most problematic thing about this. So back in the days, it's T+2. Okay, so it takes 2 business days for your trades to settle. Okay, and to use this method, once you buy it, you have to settle before you can transfer into your US counterpart. But now in 2014, Canada and US, their settlement cycle shortened to T+1. So it's a little bit better now. But the problem is you still have to wait. Okay, time is money. So it's not simple. This method is not simple. And also, it's not the most efficient method. There is some efficiency issues, because when you buy stuff, right, you're buying stuff and you convert, and then you're selling stuff again. When you buy and sell, you know what happens? There's a spread, right? So there's 2 actions you're making. You're buying, you're selling. So 2 chances of getting hit by the spread, because there's a bid and asking price difference. Now let's talk about the solution I'm going to recommend to you, not only for the Canadian investors, but for many other countries as well. Okay, so the solution I give you is IBKR, or interactive brokers. First of all, let's talk about the fees. Okay, there's no hidden fees. There's no hidden spread. As you can see here, it says no hidden spread or markups. Okay, and it has a very low fee. Most people are gonna do this. Okay, you're gonna be in this bracket. It's like this is like $1 billion. You're not gonna convert over $1 billion of US US dollars. Okay, so for most of us, we're going to be here. So how much do they charge? So they're going to charge 0.2 basis point times your trade value. Okay, so that's how much fee they're going to charge. So 1 basis point is equal to 0.01%. So in decimal form, 1 basis point is 0.0001. So it's saying 0.2 basis point is 0.00002. That's your 0.2 basis point. So if you're exchanging 100,000 US dollar worth of Forex from your local currency, okay, 100,000 is a lot of money. They're going to charge you $2. Okay, you take that 100,000 times 0.00002. That's $2 US. That's all they charge. That's very little money for that big amount of money you're exchanging. Okay, and they're saying there's a minimum per order is $2. So if you're in this market and you exchange less than 100K US dollars, they're still going to charge you $2 US. That's your minimum charge. So be mindful of that. Okay, so in terms of fee, very, very small fee. Okay, and no percentage, because percentage is what hurts you the most. Okay, and then in terms of time, it's very quick. It's instant. There's no need to wait for settlement. You can buy the stocks right away, right after your currency exchange. I've done this many times. I'm in Canada. I use interactive brokers to exchange into US dollars, and I trade and invest into US companies. And what country does it support? So it supports the Forex trading supports 100 plus currency pairs, and it supports 26 currencies. Okay, and all these currencies are written over here. Okay, most of the major currencies are here. So for me, I look at the Canadian dollar, of course, and then that works, right? And even the offshore Chinese yuan can be traded. You can have your Hong Kong dollar, you can have your British pounds, and whatever. You can from the Japanese yen, right? The South Korean won, the Mexican peso. All the major currencies are here. You can take a look. So if your local currency is in here, most likely you can do the same as me, which is you open an account with IBKR, use IBKR to transfer, to exchange your local currency to US dollar, and then from now on, you can start trading or investing into US companies in ETFs. Okay, that's very simple. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.